Is this just another hack and slash zombie horror? Let's find out. Hello Fanatics, I'm Dylan Phillips and this is the Film Fanatic Review bringing you Overlord, starring Jovan Adepo, Wyatt Russell, and Mathilde Ollivier. First we'll tell you what the movie is about, and our initial thoughts. Then we'll move on to our spoiler-free likes and dislikes. We'll finish up with some spoiler-heavy thoughts on this film, and our final word. Overlord follows the story of a small group of American soldiers who find horror behind enemy lines on the eve of D-Day. Overall, this was a phenomenal, albeit very mismarketed film that deserves a lot more credit for its very diverse story. For what I liked about this film, let's start off with the story. This is a thrilling film filled with entertaining and equally brutal horror and war elements that blend together seamlessly in an action-packed and emotional story. What seems to look like a Nazi zombie horror gore fest turns out to be a very tense character drama set in World War II. This is seen through the phenomenal performances of the cast as they create investable and thorough characters, in particular Jovan Adepo, Phillips Asbeck, and Wyatt Russell. Jovan Adepo shows his leading man charm as a very conflicted and sensitive soldier, while Phillips Asbeck gives one of the most menacing villain performances of the year, but Russell steals this film as the tough-as-nails Ford. The cinematography is great in this film, as there's a lot of nicely framed shots that are just aesthetically pleasing. The editing and sound design are top-notch, as they rival other films in this genre like Saving Private Ryan and Dunkirk. And the gore is everything you'd expect and then some, as the convincing practical effects create this truly horrifying imagery. However, this is a very niche film, as it caters to audiences that are either into gore horror or war dramas, so it doesn't really have a huge scope for a general audience. And that's where I'll end our spoiler-free thoughts on this film. If you want to hear our final word or rating of this film, pause now and click the link in the description, because now it's time for spoilers. So, we gotta talk about that terrible mismarketing of the film. Overlord appears like a typical B-movie that focuses on a plot of Nazi zombies and a true battle of good versus evil, but in reality, that isn't the true premise of this film. The Nazis aren't creating a zombie army. Heck, the term zombie isn't even used, but more unstable superhumans. If it was marketed more as a war film with slight sci-fi elements, it could have catered to a larger audience. But the fact that the trailer feels like it's a Nazi zombies movie definitely deterred some people away. And the best scenes to me were the parachute drop, infiltrating the lab, the house inspection, the interrogation, and the final fight. So, with the thoughts heard, here's our final word. Overlord is a thrilling war horror that finds itself both full of action and character moments. While it was severely mismarketed, its strong production, grungy cinematography, charismatic performances, and layered, thoroughly entertaining story make for not only a great gory horror, but a truly fantastic character-centric war drama. This film was if you took the best parts of Saving Private Ryan and Shutter Island and threw them into a carefully calculated blender. So I'm gonna give Overlord an 8.5. Thanks everyone for watching our review. Are you planning on seeing Overlord? Or if you've already seen it, do you have something to add? What did you think of the story? Let us know in the comments below. I'm Dylan Phillips and this has been the Film Fanatic Review. If you like this video and you want to see more, hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. Check out our latest Fanatic 5 video where we discuss the top Regina Hall roles. Don't forget to follow us on our social media. And until next time, Fanatics, keep it real.